Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to fix your LG heat pump dryer that is showing a clean filter fault. That is, even though you've cleaned the filter, it's still showing you that there's something clogged or it's not able to do the job properly. So I'll be walking you through how to fix that. Now the problem is exactly what you can see here. This is inside your dryer, and I'm going to get you to this stage to be able to clean it properly. Now over here, the air usually flows through here, goes through here, and then it has to flow through here. So the problem is it's not able to get air to flow properly in there because there's this thick blanket of lint. All the lint that is in your clothes, sometimes it ends up in here, especially if you don't clean your filter regularly. And the only way to clean this is to open it all the way up. Now this is with most LG heat pump dryers. This is where you have to get. This job is going to probably take you about maybe half a day to do, like to take it apart and put it back together. But once you've done this thing will be set for a few more years. It'll be good. You'll be on top of it. So while we do this, we're going to also replace the pump that's over there that usually presents some problems as well with draining, and that will save you heaps in the future. These things cost a lot, and it'll be good to get on top of these things now. So I'm going to help you to fix your dryer. To get you to this stage, you're going to need yourself a Phillips head screwdriver and a 13mm socket. That's all you need. You need to take off the top cover, which is this. There's two screws at the back that hold it, one on the left and one on the right. Once you've got those out, you can just simply slide this out and it comes out just like that. We're going to need to take off this fascia. Now, I've already removed the water reservoir. I can take it out just like that. There will be two screws, one here and one here. Just take them out. And then for this panel, there'll be two screws that hold it, one on here and one on here at the back. Once you've got those off, you can just pry it out, like move it out, and it'll come out. Now there's connectors on this that's connected to this control panel that connected to the main board. You just need to be careful when you disconnect these connectors so you don't break the tabs, and keep it all nice and secure. We'll need to take off the bottom panel, the kick panel. So to take it off, you need a flat screwdriver, and you just need to pry it out like that, and it comes out. To put it back, you simply insert it and pop, it goes back in. To take off the side panel, there will be some screws on it. There's two on top, 1, 2, and at the back there will be another 2, but most importantly there's one at the front that you have to take off. The one at the front will be directly below over here. So you got to take that off. Once you've got that off, this simply lifts up and out, just like that. Now there's locking tabs. There's locking tabs here. Just make sure that you don't break those. And putting it back is the same thing, but in reverse. Set it on the tabs first, and then push it in. Then you need to take off the belt. Take the belt off. You can simply just pull this and pull it away as you're pulling it, and off it comes. To put it back, it'll be the same thing but in reverse. So you pull this tab out and you push this forward to make sure this is sitting in its witness marks, and that's in. Pull this down and it's in, and then you have to make sure that it's sitting properly. This panel just lifts out like that once you've got all the screws off. So just make sure you've got all the screws off before you try it. Once you've removed this 13mm nut, you simply pull this out and it comes out like that. And then once you've done taking that apart, you need to take this out. To be able to take this out, you'd have to undo the screws over here There's 2 screws, one on this side and one on the bottom, and on the other side as well. And this bracket, you have to push it in and then out. That way it releases this. And once you've got this one out and that one out on the other side, you simply lift this out of its groove at the bottom. You'll see at the bottom there's some plastic tabs over here that hold it in place. Once you've got this cleared out, you can just lift it up a bit and then it'll come out. Just be careful not to damage the drum, because this is what's holding it all central. Once you've got that back off, then you've got a couple of electrical connections to undo. Make sure you disconnect this and put it to the side, and disconnect this connector over here. And just along the side here, there's some plastic tabs that hold this wiring harness in. Just disconnect them nicely, and the connections down here, disconnect that so that this panel can come off as one piece. You take off the drum, make sure the belt is disconnected, and this just lifts out of place, and you can take it out. Putting it back, do the same thing as well, in reverse. To remove this front door panel, there's a couple of screws that are all around in here. So you need to take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So all around about 9 screws that need to come off. So you can take off this panel, and just be mindful when you're taking this out, like it has to go over this ledge. You just pull it out like that. Be mindful that the switch is here. Disconnect the switch. There's an electrical connection at the back here before you start pulling it, otherwise you break the connection. We're gonna need to take this off, and so to do that, we're gonna need to take all the screws that are connected to this. Just take off all the screws that you see connected to this and disconnect it from everything else. If there's an electrical connectors, make sure you take pictures of everything was, so that you just remember, just for your own records, so that you remember where everything goes. But just undo all the screws that connect to that, and this will come off, and that will help us to dismantle this. Now to remove this, there's 2 screws that hold it in place. So there'll be one here, and another one will be on the other side as well, that hold this whole plastic tab assembly in place. So you need to take it apart to be able to lift this out, and then you'll be able to access this bottom bit properly. So just undo those. And this just pulls out like that. Beautiful. To take this off this valve with all these tubes, just pull these out, and you can undo this screw. Once you've undone that, you can sort of twist this, and then it pops out. So it's held in place by this little tab, and then it'll come out, and then you can take everything out. You can take off this tab, it'll come off. This metal cover, it comes off, and it's this way it's easier for you to access these tabs and see if there's any other screws that are still there. Now there's this cover on here. To take it off, you'll have to take off a couple of screws. There will be, if you look on this cover, there will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'll be about 6 screws on there. Just have a look. And then the rest of the stuff is just clips holding this in place, plastic tabs. So you just push in the tabs, and as you push those in, it'll be releasing. And just see which side is still holding on. Maybe you've forgotten a screw there, and then this just comes out like that. And then you can clean it up. To clean this up, you can use your hand where you can access it, but best to get an old toothbrush and just slowly like brush this up. And you see, you're not bending these fins because air needs to pass through these passages. And what I'll do after is I'm gonna go to the tap and I'm just gonna hose this down. But if you hose this down straight away, all this is just gonna get caught underneath. So to start with, just do a little bit of a brushy and get this out of the way. You'll notice that your dryer is gonna dry so much better, faster, and that error code is going to disappear. Now I'm cleaning this. I usually like to get it and sit it like that so that the water doesn't get into the motor, because if the water gets into the motor, it'll start making a noise. You'll ruin the bearings in it. And usually I just put a plastic bag, try as much as you can to cover the electrical connections. And what I do is usually I take a high pressured hose, garden hose will do actually, and then just hose it down just like that. And then the other thing is all this water is gonna come down this way. All the gunk is coming down this way. It's not actually clogging up underneath. We're just draining it all away. Now underneath there, that's where the reservoir is. So it's better, it's very good for you to be able to clean it so that all the lint escapes from there, and then your pump won't be clogged. So just try to clean up as much as you can from that point. Just try to get as much water as you can in there, cleaning up any lint build up. Let it flow through. You're going to change your pump now, your drain pump, and it's just held in place. You just undo this connector and twist it twist it clockwise, and it comes off. And then you just have to weave it out of the way. Make sure you buy a good one. This you just put in your model number and say drain pump, and then so this is the new one. Just make sure it's nice and clean. Transfer the O-ring onto here and put it on here. This is a nice, good, genuine one made in Korea, and you just weave it in there again. Okay. And then now we need to lock it in place. Let's twist it anti-clockwise this time. Just make sure it's sitting properly. All the tabs are locked in place. Yeah, it looks alright. Cool. Alright, now that everything's nice and cleaned up, you can put it back the reverse of how you took it apart. It's pretty easy. You put back the plastic cover here, and then you start building up from here. Put things on the back. Now, if you get stuck at any stage in this process, you can always go back to this video and replay it and see how we took it apart. I hope that fixes your fault. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.